From the beginning of time there have always been non-humans living among you, sometimes only visiting others a lot longer, even for an entire lifetime. I'm not talking about starseeds, that would be another related subject. Today I'm going to talk about one specific type of extraterrestrials. I'm talking about Lyrian space humans of the type, or vast group of extraterrestrials that are physically exactly like Earth humans, or at least on the outside, they look alike enough to pass off as human with a pair of jeans and a rock and roll t-shirt on. There have been, and still are, so many space human races entering and exiting Earth, that I'm not even going to bother to try to enumerate them all, but some of the most known, who commonly do that, are the Umites, then of course, the Centauri or Alphratans, the Antarians, and many from the Pleiades star system, including Taygetans. There are three main ways to enter Earth. The first is when a soul is physically born there, a starseed. This first type is called a crawl-in. The second is called a step-in. It is when a soul does not want to live more time on Earth, and wants to go back home, but it is inhabiting a healthy human body. At one or another point in life, depending on prenatal agreements, among others, that soul exits the healthy human body, and is replaced with another that wants to continue with the human experience, from that point in life on. This new soul will inherit all the life and identity of the first one, including all its life memories, responsibilities, and problems. The soul switch can happen as the result of an accident, a near-death experience, or simply during sleep, although there have been word of cases that have occurred in normal waking hours. The third type is the one I want, and need, to talk about, and it is called a step down. This is when a full extraterrestrial, that perhaps never before has been on Earth, and of any age, literally steps down from an extraterrestrial starship, dresses on like a human, and walks into society trying to pass off as one. Although they have been doing that for ages, nowadays there are record amounts of them. Perhaps because there is so much craziness going on Earth, that it has never been easier to pass off as human. They dress as a human, step off a starship, and then they go and do whatever they want or need to accomplish on Earth, and then, when they are done, they go to a previously designated area, where their starship, with their friends, picks them up again, in a classical dust-off. Some may step down for a few minutes or hours, to get something, like some food for example, or to get scientific samples, and others may live on Earth for many years, using a human identity they may have fabricated before stepping down, or they may use the identity of a human that has died or has gone missing. They plan the identity they will take on, very carefully, and will go through all what it takes, through all the motions to behave like what it is expected of them. The variations for this are innumerable. Now, I'm going to talk openly and directly about Swaroonians. As mentioned before, Swaroonians are a genetically different variant of Taygetans. And one of their characteristics is having the constant habit of being around Earth, or on Earth, precisely as step-downs. Simply because we've come to love Earth and its people, and we perceive it as our second home, after the planets orbiting the Pleiadian star, Taygeta. We've been around and on Earth, mingling with the human population for so long, that it is more than logical to understand that we've taken on many good things, because humankind and the Earth is full of beautiful things to adopt and to cherish. So, yes, we do have a lot of human influence. And I know we do all we can, to take the good and not the bad, but sometimes they come together, one defining the other, so yes, it's a pickle. But one thing I must make very clear is that although we've lived there, no one of us has ever been born there. We are not human, and we are not starseeds. We are full extraterrestrials, born off planet, grown and educated far from here. Many of us, including full Taygetans, have taken on human identities for just about any reason. Mostly simply to be able to be there, on Earth, to be with our friends and to enjoy all what your beautiful planet has to offer. We hold a unique perspective about human culture, and of life in space among other stellar races as well, and at the same time we can understand humans better than most other of those stellar races because we have been there with you. We know what it takes to survive on Earth. We've driven cars, we have bought food in your grocery stores, and we know what your chocolate tastes like, as an example. We literally live in two worlds at once. We can live among you for months or years at a time, or like most of us, we go down just for a few hours, or days at the most, and then we come back up here to our large mothership orbiting Earth, or we may soon go back down to Earth again, or we can decide to go back to our planets, Tema and Era, for some time, or for good. Although I'm talking about Swaroonians, being one of them myself, many Taygetans have done that before, and still do the same as we do. And as I've said before, many star races with human appearance do this all the time as well. Having been on Earth, and even lived there, we have developed a taste, and need, for many of humanity's things, including nice comfortable shoes and clothes, particularly cotton ones, some of your music, especially the old, or older one, and a lot of your wonderful food, among many other things. But sometimes, having been here near Earth, orbiting, or down there on the surface, we have many times come to depend on Earth's resources for our very survival. Also being in the need to generate some money, somehow, in order to purchase food and all the things we need to keep living on Earth, or even near Earth, as the Taygetans, logically, cannot provide us with human things or with anything that is not of Taygetan origin,